New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Sorry to finish up a text there. Someone just says, hey, man, I've been married to my husband for 11 years. He's lost his ring 3 times.
See?
Someone else
he doesn't mean to either.
Lost 2 wedding rings. Wife says, that's wonderful. What if I lose mine? I was like, simmer down now. Simmer down.
My buddy on his honeymoon to Thailand was scuba diving and lost his. Mm-hmm. And I go, ooh, you think that's like an omen or something? And he goes, I hope not. He's divorced now. It was.
It was an omen.
It was an omen.
It was a Thai omen. Today, we toast legendary R&B singer Smokey Robinson.
All right.
The 80-year-old icon is available at Cameo for $350. And
Cameo, how much he is? $350?
He's $350. If you don't know, Cameo, it's a service that connects fans with celebrities who, for a fee, they'll record and send a personalized video to someone of your choice. So, since launching in 2017, more than 30,000 celebrities, that I will put in quotes, they've signed on to be a part of the service. So you got everyone, Brett Favre, he was like $250, Lance Bass, Kenny G, Carol Baskin. But most recently, Smokey recorded a video for one of the more one-of-a-kind Happy Hanukkah videos that you're likely to hear, and I can't do it justice, so we'll just play. This is the Cameo video that someone paid $350 to Smokey Robinson to share this video with a family member.
Hey, Margot, how you doing? Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me, but I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jer, and they told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me, and gosh, that's beautiful. How are you doing again? Nice talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you Happy Chanukah. I have no idea what Chanukah is, but Happy Chanukah because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chanukah. Have a wonderful time.
What is tonight, the 5th night of Chinooka?
God,
come on, Smokey.
It's the 5th night of Chinooka tonight?
It is the 5th night of
Chinooka. 5th night of Chinooka.
I like the fact that it's like, and I don't know what it is, but, you do Chinooka.
Almost sound like Michael Jackson.
I know, yeah. So,
Happy Chinooka, everybody.
You gave that man $350, and that's what he... Happy Chanukah.
That's better. That's better. That is better. That is money well spent right there.
I don't know what Chanukah is. Well, nobody does, bro.
Happy Chanukah.
Hey, how can he make it this far in life?
He's 80 years old. It's goddamn Hanukkah, my man's like, Happy Chanukah. And he says this with just the biggest smile on his face.
One more time.
Yeah. Mike, we got to get that on an email or on birthdays.
Smokey.
Hey, Margot, how you doing?
Hey.
Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me, but I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jer, and they told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me, and gosh, that's beautiful. How are you doing again? Nice talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you Happy Chanukah. I have no idea what Chanukah is, but Happy Chanukah because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chanukah. Have a wonderful time.
We're toasting all of our listeners who enjoy Chanukah.
Yeah. So during the Festival of Lights, to our Jewish friends, happy 5th day of Chanukah. And And we don't know what Chinooka is, but we're just saying it. Someone told us.
Enjoy it, Chinooka.
God damn, Smokey. You said it 4 times and you never thought, oh, damn, Hanukkah. You just tried to step to Chinooka.
Just whatever it is, enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to know the religion, but it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Like Kwanzaa's coming up.
Right.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Chinooka.
Chinooka.
Jesus. All right, so.
That sounds like a safe word.
It really does. Chinooka!
Chinooka.
It's starting to hurt.
Okay, I'll let go.
So, Smokey Robinson. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola, bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook to police, everyone. How Profile This is played.
Sure, Cam. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Tina. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hi.
Hola. Tina, happy Chinooka.
Happy Chinooka to you, Tina. Tina, do you understand how this here game is played?
Kind of.
All right. Well, basically, I'm going to offer you one of 3 stories. And at the end, you're going to do a little guessing game. So the 3 topics you have to choose from are the wonderful world of drugs, where you'll have to identify what drug this person was on or smuggling, etc. We have what we call Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food that they did not want to find in their food? And finally, Interior Decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. So the wonderful world of drugs, Bite Me, or Interior Decorating.
Let's do Bite Me.
Bite Me!
Just eat it, get yourself an egg and beat it.
All right there, Tina. Your story takes place in a town called Bourne over in the United Kingdom. And that's where town health officials are investigating a complaint filed by a McDonald's customer who says that she found something in her box of French fries. 26-year-old Heather O'Neill says she picked up a Big Mac and fries at the drive-thru window of a McDonald's. And on the way home, she started eating some of the French fries. But once she got home while watching TV, she discovered she had more than just fries. She said, quote, I picked up a clump of fries and something falls in my lap. I said, oh my God. I ate almost every single fry before I found it. It's so disgusting. One of the health agents there, one Cindy Coffin, beautiful name, said her office received the complaint, but said it was kind of busy at the time. So an inspection schedule prevented the town health inspector from conducting a restaurant inspection. However, they said a health inspection will be carried out. She said, quote, when we get a complaint like this, we go out and walk through the proper procedures with the employees to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. She also noted this particular McDonald's has never had any kind of complaint or any kind of health code violation previously. And a spokesman for the restaurant said the matter was being looked into. Now, the question is, what do you think this poor woman found in her French fries after she'd eaten almost all of them? Was it mouse poop, a Band-Aid, a mouse head, or a maggot? So mouse poop, Band-Aid, mouse head, or maggot. She found one of these 4 things in her French fries.
I believe it was a Band-Aid.
A Band-Aid. All right.
Okay. Mouse head. I don't think mouse poop or a maggot could survive the deep fryer. However, they could be in the containers. So we don't know what that is. I think I'm going to go mouse head, Ted. That's where I'm sitting.
I'm going to go maggots just because I wanted to say maggot.
Okay. And Tina, what are you sticking with? Band-Aid for your final answer?
Final answer is Band-Aid.
Okay, hold the line. We're going to find out what was in her fries. Was it mouse poop, a Band-Aid, a mouse head, or maggots next?
That was a tease.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
What if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Profile this, the category Bite Me. A woman in England went to McDonald's and health officials still don't know. They're investigating something that was found. Something found in the bottom of her McDonald's fries. She had eaten the majority of the fries, and then something kind of rolled out of the bottom of the container in her lap. Question is, what was that? Was it mouse poop, a Band-Aid, a mouse head, or maggots?
And Tina, that is the question that we posed to you. Let us start with E. Ted Smith.
I said maggot.
You said maggot because you want to say the word maggot. Good
Correct.
news, you got to say maggot. Bad news, you're incorrect. Miles, you went with a mouse head, you sick son of a bitch.
That'd have been fun, though, wouldn't it?
And Tina, you are just as disgusting. You went with a Band-Aid.
Okay. Nice work, Tina.
And Tina, not just a Band-Aid, specifically, quote, a bloody Band-Aid.
Well,
it is England, so she could have just been saying
it's a bloody Band-Aid.
A damn Band-Aid.
But it's also a Band-Aid. Like, that's
Right,
the
it
point,
had
is
been
to
used,
stop
correct.
blood.
Right?
Especially
if it's out of the package. That's the whole idea.
Right? Like, we shouldn't be surprised there was blood on this Band-Aid.
And there's blood on it.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. For the shot of the day there, you had Smokey Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
And he was giving somebody a happy Hanukkah.
We can't verify that.
Happy Chanukah.
So, oh, God.
And it wouldn't
Happy Chanukah.
I don't know what that means, but I hope you enjoy it.
So, obviously, Cameo is productive for a lot of people. A lot of TV people on there, stuff like that, athletes and stuff. Well, now, the soup Nazi from Seinfeld, he's making bank on Cameo.
Really?
Yes. I was going to say, he's making over 6 figures on Cameo.
That's better than the reruns he gets paid for, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming from Seinfeld, for sure.
Right, and they can't tell, like, if it's, you know what I mean? Because, like, take The Office, for instance, right? Like, the guy that was on The Office, Kevin.
Yeah, the big dumb guy.
Right. He makes the most out of anybody that had been on that show.
Like $100,000.
He's already taken in $1 million.
Oh, Jesus.
For this year alone.
Okay. In 1 year?
The CEO says he takes a lot of pride in his craftsmanship of the videos. But basically, he takes it serious.
He does a good job.
He charges $195 per video. The Soup Nazi will cost you $80.
So he's making it affordable, and he's doing a good job with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Cameo is not, like, it's expensive.
I mean, it depends who you sign up. You know, you can spend as much as you want or as little. The cheapest one I saw was like $45, and it was Ken Bone. Do you remember Ken Bone?
The dude with the sweater?
The red sweater guy, like the presidential debates in 2016.
Ken Bone.
Right. And remember the guy who had the goofy mustache, he had the red sweater vest, and he asked whatever question he asked. I don't even remember, but he still somehow is making money doing this. Not a lot, but...
Good for Ken Bone.
Yeah. What else are you doing?
You know, I never thought about this, but we could have made fun of his name for years.
Oh, God, we really could have.
Ken Bone and Chicken Wing.
I was looking to see if Cameo was on Cameo, but he's not.
No, damn.
See what he charges. Word up.
Who's Cameo?
You don't remember?
Word up. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Say. That's Cameo. I figured this was his thing.
The brother in the red cod piece and black leather.
Oh,
that one.
That Cameo. Yeah.
But yeah, it's super interesting. And I want to say the most expensive one I've seen is like $400 or $500.
Yeah, I saw 4 was the most. I can't remember who it was, but 4 was the most.
You looking
I'm
it
looking
up?
to see who is worth what money, and just I looked up Cameo. Cameo's down here. He is $110.
Oh, okay, he is on there.
Word up.
Netflix, they're working on a fake documentary about how bad this year was.
Okay, you don't have to make it.
Why is it fake?
It's called Death to 2020. It's being made by the people who made Black Mirror. If you ever saw that one, it's a comedy event that tells the story of a dreadful year that was and perhaps still is.
Well, if it's a comedy, then yes, it has to be fake.
The landmark documentary-style video weaves together some of the world's most fictitious, renowned voices with real-life footage spanning past basically going over 12 months.
Okay.
I mean, look, 2020, there's a lot of stuff you could do, right? I mean, you got a global pandemic. You had half the world shutting down. You had
social unrest, contentious presidential elections. I mean, just you name it.
A lot of celebrity deaths, too. Like people that meant a lot to people passed on.
Is it even more this year, or is it that the year sucked so bad that every time you heard about a celebrity death, you just took it down?
It just seemed like they were heavy.
I mean, Black Panther died.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
that one,
both of those down.
And nobody
people
knew
even
sick.
knew anything about that.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's wild. I mean, I remember getting on a plane that night just like, no way.
I mean, it started out with Kobe passing away.
Right.
Correct.
You know,
and we weren't in lockdown yet.
Right. I mean, that was bad enough.
No, I told you I was sitting on a couch about to go to a wake for Coach Morgan Wooten. And then it was like, man, Kobe died? I mean, when we got to the wake, we were telling people, and people hadn't even heard yet.
Yeah, a lot of people hadn't heard. I was at an event for my kids' school. The kids weren't there, it's just adults. But like anything, adults are always on their phones because God forbid you pay attention. And then a dude I know is like, hey, man, Kobe died. And it sounds stupid. I'm like, Kobe who? Because there's no way he meant Kobe Bryant. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, Kobe. I'm like, what? And, then it started going around and all these dudes looking at each other. And then whatever the event was at the school basically turned into everyone commiserating about Kobe Bryant.
And it wasn't just Kobe. It was his daughter. It was other families. It was other children. It was...
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. We're in the gymnasium of DeMatha. The winningest high school basketball coach of all time, his urn sitting up there, and then having to tell people, like, I mean, this is a basketball crowd. And be like, hey, by the way, just so you know, Kobe passed. I mean,
there's probably a lot of people in there who played against him, who had played basketball.
Yeah.
To be there for his service.
Yeah.
One way or another, their paths have crossed. AAU, college. Well, Kobe didn't play college.
He did not. He took his talents to
there was enough
NBA.
people from your school that went on to play pro-level ball that I'm sure... they played against each other.
All right, let's see. Got a list here of the top 10 canceled shows, Netflix shows. They got canceled, and this is what people like. They'd like to see them back. So let's see if any of the list on here you guys have seen. Disjointed, that was canceled in 2018.
Nope.
Never even heard of.
No. No.
All right, I have not seen that one myself.
All right,
I should watch it.
Okay,
before it's gone.
Well, you can. It's canceled.
It's already canceled.
Right. Forget it. It's too late.
Altered Carbon.
I saw a few episodes. It just didn't keep my attention. Sci-fi show. I liked the idea of it. I just didn't stick with it.
Sounds like a barbecue show.
Yes, Altered Carbon.
It got canceled this year. Next in Fashion.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. So these are a list of shows that have been canceled that people miss the most on Netflix. Miles, I think you watched this one, BoJack Horseman.
I've seen a few of those.
Yeah.
That's a great show. I mean, it's dark. It's dark.
But it's one of those shows I kept saying, I need to see it.
It's dark.
BoJack, the first couple years was super funny, but when it got dark, I mean, there was a couple seasons there where it was super dark.
I remember you specifically telling me that. Like, I don't remember what season it was, but the new season had started. I remember you were excited to go home and watch it. And you came the next day, you looked shell-shocked, like it was kind of funny, but...
Wasn't that on, like, Nickelodeon late at night or something first before Netflix picked it up?
Or maybe Cartoon
Wasn't it
Network?
from somewhere else? Or maybe I'm just I thought it was a late night
I think Comedy Central picked it up after Netflix did.
I remember it
later
being on
that night.
a different channel when I watched it.
Yeah, I mean, right, because, like, there was the girl that was, like, his co-star, and then, like, she dies,
Jesus.
and it's, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to watch a comedy and have to think about, it was, like, his relationship with his mom. It was real serious stuff, man. It sucked. But anyhow, people like BoJack Horseman. Teenage Bounty Hunters.
Now I want to watch that.
Right. So here's my question: are these bounty hunters that are teenagers, or the bounty hunters
are looking for
chasing
teenagers? Okay, I'm hoping it's teen-aged bounty hunter. You know what? Either one's a win to me.
It's your own interpretation.
Maybe it's teenagers looking for other teenagers.
We've been through this with Black Magic Woman from Santana.
Wait, is she black and she's magic? Or is it like a white chick who does black magic?
Like when Hart sang, "Come on, homegirl." Did they say, "Come on, homegirl," or "Come on, homegirl"?
Like, were they woke?
I hope they didn't
Were they the originators?
You don't know.
Homegirl?
Come on, home.
You ever asked Anna Nancy Wilson?
I have
Come
not.
on, homegirl.
Yeah,
Said
I mean, it could have started with them.
it's, "Come home, girl." We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I wish people could see your shoulder movements when you say that. Come on, homegirl.
Come on. You're better than that.
Did anybody watch the OA?
I saw a few episodes of that. It was okay.
The Punisher. That got canceled in 2019. People seem to like that one. 55% of people said they'd like to see that back. The Santa Clara Diet, which I really thought that show was about avoiding carbs.
I remember, I never saw the show. I think Drew Barrymore was like a cannibal or a zombie or something.
A massive one. Obviously, a lot of people would like to see this show back. They got canceled this year, but Glow.
Yeah, you know, people. Yeah, that's got
the
a
women,
cult following.
Glorious ladies of wrestling or something.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. The number one on the list. This is the show people miss the most. I'll give you a hint. I watched it, and it's kind of it's like superhero stuff.
The Watchmen.
Ooh, Luke Cage.
Oh, that's right. You love Luke Cage.
I do.
Are they making another season of The Watchmen, or was that a one and done? Do you know?
I think Watchmen was a one and done, supposed to be just as like a limited series.
Because it was really fascinating. You know what I mean? It was heavy, but it was cool. And then I'm like, I haven't heard anything else about it. Like, was that a one and done kind of?
Yeah. Well, and that sticks into my superhero world.
Check out The Boys. I'm telling you. I think
right.
that's Amazon, maybe. Okay, but it was not what I was expecting it to be, but I've been enjoying it immensely. It is gory. It is bloody. There's plenty of cussing. Don't watch it with the kids, but it's a phenomenal show.
Right, because I like Luke Cage, The Watchmen, and then Black Panther's the only real blockbuster I saw.
Okay. You saw it on a plane, right?
I did. Yeah. I got to the airport. Chadwick Boseman had passed away, so I watched it.
Oh, you watched it after the fact?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Trying to get in.
Then you're like, that's a good movie. Like,
I know, I was. Well, that's what I think I told you, was I was just shocked how many, like, famous black people were in that movie.
Yeah, basically, if you're famous, I think I may have been next on the list. Way to cut it off at 50. Thrill, you're just not quite there.
Well, like I said, I watched Top Boy, which is a gangster movie out of England, and the sister, she was in that show.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So, and again, I just don't watch a ton of movies, but the whole time on the plane, I'm like, damn, I know that one. I know that person too. I know that person too. Like, I mean, literally, when people say like a movie was like black excellence, it's like, well, everybody was in this one.
Yeah, everyone was in it.
Yep, it was awesome. Disney's got a lot of new stuff coming out. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Jesus Christ! Did you? I read through it yesterday. It got to the point, like, look, I'm a Star Wars guy. I've always enjoyed Star Wars. I enjoy The Mandalorian, which is another show with cameos everywhere. In fact,
Bill Burr.
Jason Sudeikis was in one of the episodes.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was. So not to go down the road, but there was a specific scene. You brought it to me, Miles, when the show first started, and it was two bike troopers.
Yeah.
Just having a conversation. Jason Sudeikis was one, and there was another comedian under the other helmet.
Oh, get out of here.
So anyway, but tons of cameos in that show. And then yesterday or the day before, Disney, basically to drive their stock up, told all their investors, hey, we have a bunch of new shows. There's 10,000 of them.
Bill Burr was on the latest Mandalorian
He was
for
great.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
And he was awesome.
There's going to be an Indiana Jones 5. Harrison Ford will be Indiana Jones. That's due in theaters in July of 2022. There are 10 new Star Wars series and 10 new Marvel series coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's like oversaturation.
You're going to have Lando. No word if Donald Glover or Billy D. Williams is on there. Speaking of Donald Glover, can we get another episode of Atlanta already, man?
Yeah. And Billy D. Williams has made a cameo in the Mandalorian. I'll say this by watching The Mandalorian. It seems like if Disney has their hands in something right now, the things that I've watched have been phenomenal. Yeah. So they're going to be better than average, to say the least. They're good shows. Like, I almost like The Mandalorian more than I do the newer Star Wars movies, which have been excellent. It's just that good of a show in my mind.
But I think you're going to get oversaturation.
A little
at
darker.
Point.
It's a little darker.
Well, sure.
But, yeah.
But I don't know. I read the thing with Disney. It doesn't sound like anything they're doing is bad. It just seemed like so much of kind of either Marvel or Star Wars.
People lost their mind when they said, we're bringing back Hayden Christensen for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, for Darth Vader, because he sucks as an actor. I mean, just call it for what it is.
Live action remakes, Pinocchio, Peter Pan and Wendy, Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale live action.
They're going to be on The Mandalorian.
Just nuts. What's that all about? Thanks, Ed. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. 6-year-old makes it a pricey holiday by racking up $16,000 on his mom's credit card. Meanwhile, 2 naked twerkers dance in a fountain in Spain, and they are forever barred. Bride wears remote-controlled vibrator on wedding day to calm her jitters. Wisconsin gives warning because eating cannibal sandwiches could give you the squirts. And porch pirates, speaking of, they steal a big old box of crap. It is time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my call.
All right, top story. We go down to Australia, where a couple celebrated their second wedding with a twist. Their second wedding ceremony with a twist. I wrote that wrong. My apologies. They had already had an initial ceremony here in the States, but had a much bigger ceremony in Australia with their family. Nervous about the night, the husband recommended that they have a little fun and introduce a phone-operated adult toy that she would wear throughout the night. The bride said that she thought that her husband had forgotten about the device until it came time for the speeches. She says as she was giving her speech, he decided to turn the volume up to 11, as it were, and make it difficult for her to finish her speech. She says other than the man standing beside her, it was the best decision that she made for the wedding, as it actually calmed her nerves and got her through the night.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
I mean, that's fair, right? Sometimes, you got to have a little self-time to kind of chill out and relax.
Well, and I've also heard that sometimes
at your wedding, his hands were in his front pocket through the whole.
The only thing he's caring about, yeah, whatever, hold on. Hey, hang on a second. I know you flew in 3,000 bucks. I gotta do that. Watch your knee. See how I'm buckled?
Oh, Lord. In other news, a woman in Connecticut is the latest to learn about the freemium games. While going through her Apple account bill, she noticed that one of her kids was getting a little too into his game. The young man was playing his favorite game on her iPad, Sonic Forces, that contains in-app purchases, and over the course of a month, racked up a $16,000 bill. He started with some minor purchases of $1 to $2, but soon found that he could get even more of the game's currency if he upgraded to $100 purchases instead. After calling customer support, the representatives told her that because she didn't come to them within 60 days, because her son lied and said that it was likely fraud, there was nothing that they could do about the charges.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, well.
Exactly. And that is probably the most dangerous thing about them. And here's the thing. All those game developers, those app developers, they know exactly that your kids are just kind of poking through these things.
I'm just curious as far as,
they throw it up on the screen. You've been playing Fortnite over and over. So between tournaments or games or whatever, the screen will pop up, and you can spend up to like $99.
You bet.
Kids got to have the Lamborghini of characters, though.
Right.
I mean, you'd think that all those guys have an arsenal or whatever the hell they're buying. I mean,
but you
got
can
it all.
earn it. The problem is, it's like, but you know what? It's kind of like the college admission scandal, right? Like, hey, I could hope my kid's good enough to earn this, or if I just give you this money.
Exactly.
It's getting out of a speeding ticket. You can go to court or just pay a fine.
One of the games that I actually had was a Minions game, actually, and their currency was tokens, not unlike the rings that you're buying for the Sonic game, right? And you could buy them if you wanted to, or or you could earn them as you played.
Exactly.
A certain amount of miles, or I forget what it was that earned you these tokens, but as you played, you gained these tokens. Like you said, you can get them a hell of a lot faster if you threw down $100 for them.
That's exactly it.
And most people are going to.
Right.
Like, if you see the ads all the time, and you have the money, you're just going to be like, all right, screw it, I'll just spend the money.
Yeah,
exactly.
I would, but my kid doesn't have a job.
Right.
That's the only deal. Like, hey, bro, if you got a job and that's where you spend your money, that's you.
He's going to empty your wallet of all those purchases.
Yeah.
That's fun. Tired of pirates taking packages off her porch, a woman in Ontario decided to give them a package of revenge.
Ooh, the package of revenge.
Having gifts stolen multiple times, 3 holiday seasons in a row, the woman decided that she would package up some feces to leave on her porch. What worried her most of all is that the dummy package was picked up within 40 minutes of her putting it outside.
And did you see where she lives? She is in a downtown of whatever city it is. When you look at the picture, it's
brownstones everywhere.
Everywhere. I mean, there's no part on the sidewalk that doesn't have eyes on it, right?
Right.
So people still don't care. They still snatch the package. So she pooped in a box and let them take it.
But again, 40 minutes. It's not like, it sat out there for an hour or two.
Nope.
Within the hour, they picked this thing up.
Yeah, she knew.
She did.
Yeah, she knew.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
knew.
so third year in a row, she's probably like, you know what? Take some poo.
Now they're having a crappy day.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is that I wouldn't go about it that way because that's also something that they could use for revenge. It's kind of like giving a kid, giving a kid like an egg on Halloween.
Right.
That's right. That thing's gonna end up right back on your house. Same thing with the dookie in the box.
No, I would take my chances.
That's
I
fair.
do the poop in the box.
You wanted it, you got it.
There you go.
didn't ask to have your house egg.
You stole it.
Right.
That's your decision.
Strange story out of Las Vegas. People aboard a flight to Portland got an unexpected passenger. Just before the plane took off, people could see a man walking along the tarmac toward the plane before he actually climbed up onto the wing. Crews aren't quite sure how he made it onto the tarmac, nor how he made it up and onto the wing. Nevertheless, authorities were called, he was apprehended, and taken to the hospital.
That's when I was impressed. How did you get up there in the first place? We've all been on a plane look down.
But with all the security in general.
Right. He jumped the fence at the airport.
That's what they said, is that he just jumped the fence, which, as I know about airport security, they're really loose with security, so you can just jump a fence.
That is the last thing I'd want to do at an airport.
And in Vegas, they got some weirdo in a vest behind you watching you play slots to make sure you don't cheat. So surely they've got somebody that can guard the fence, It's like, how can you cheat at slots? Why are you behind me? This is weird.
Exactly. And that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Ryan Castle joins us from his basement studio dungeon. And once again, we will sit and spin now.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. But in the meantime, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best, which is better than the Ravens right now. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.